So, hey, thanks a lot for joining me for this Facebook Live where I'm going to talk to my fellow hypnotists about hypnotic confidence. And so I'm super excited about this topic. As many of you know, I run a group called Launch Your Hypnosis Career. Now it's on Facebook, free to join. Please go check it out. I do want to let you know too. Let me just go ahead and put this into the comments in there. If you want to get a replay of this video and an MP3 download of the hypnosis, because what I'm going to do is the first part of this is going to be informational, 20 to 30 minutes. We're going to talk about hypnotic confidence, how to feel more confident when you're working with clients, whether that's, could be stage volunteers. It could be, I'm trying to get things organized here a little bit better. It could be stage volunteers. It could be hypnotherapy clients, that kind of thing. Have more confidence in that situation. And then I'm going to do a hypnosis session, which is going to really lock in everything that we've talked about. Now, those of you that are hypnotists, you already know this, but I know there are some people I see that are watching that are not hypnotists. So what I do want to let you all know, hypnosis, please don't listen while you're driving or moving around because you could zone out. And some of you will. So here's how the hypnosis is. So some people will zone out completely. They don't even hear a word I say consciously. Other people, when they're going to hear everything I say, and they oftentimes go, I don't think I was hypnotized because I heard everything you said. But then, of course, the people that didn't hear anything, they go, I don't think I was hypnotized because I didn't hear a thing. Either way, you're hypnotized. Really, it's just about where your brain waves are. And then there's some people that are going to kind of go in and out. So as you hypnotists know, hypnosis feels different for a lot of people. I just want to let the people know that may be just kind of sneaking a peek at our secrets here. So first part's informational. Second part is going to be hypnosis. Now, I want to let you all know too. So if you want to grab the. Did I already put it in there? Yeah. So please do grab the hypnotic confidence. You can get the replay, and you can get the MP3 download. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Sorry about this. For the MP3 download, if you as hypnotists know, you need to listen to that thing regularly because here's the thing, especially when it's an MP3 that's for a wide audience, it's not specific to your needs, and so you really need that repetition. You got to listen to it once, twice, maybe even 3 times a day for a couple weeks, a month, maybe even longer before you start really noticing the changes happening. Obviously, it works a little faster when you're doing private sessions because we can tailor the message right to you. It's kind of like going to the gym and working out on your own. You're kind of stumbling through, and hey, G-Ray, so it's you're kind of you don't know exactly what you're doing, so you don't get as quick a results as if you're working with a personal trainer. And you don't got to tell me, look at these guns, huh? All right, good. So I really seriously, thanks a lot for joining me, and I know a lot of you may not know who I am. I'm a comedy stage hypnotist. I'm a hypnotherapist. I'm speaking at HypnoBiz Live this weekend. If you're watching in May of 2019, because I know this is going to go on forever, and anything that's in here is going to apply forever for as long as I have, a website and everything. So if you want to grab that download, please go sign up for that. Get the download. So I'm also a TEDx speaker. I've got a video on YouTube with over 1 million hits. It's me. It's Kids Meet a Hypnotist. So I've been doing this. I've been studying hypnosis for 30 years, and I didn't get started doing hypnosis professionally until about 10 years ago. So wow, what a waste of time! I can't even tell you how frustrated it makes me that I didn't get started sooner. So I'm extremely passionate about helping other people who were in the same position as me, other people to get out there and start living your passion. And not just that, but helping others, because this is what I always tell my classes, because I'm teaching the class, the actual class, Launch Your Hypnosis Career now at HypnoBiz this weekend, 3 p.m. on Saturday. Join me. So what I always tell people is when you are not living your best life, you're also not serving people that could use your service. Now, whether that's in comedy hypnosis, so you're not entertaining people that could be entertained by you, and you're not helping people with hypnotherapy in the way that you could. So think about that sometimes. You're being selfish, really. By not getting out there, you're being selfish. Stop being selfish. I'm going to help you to not be so selfish. Give of yourself. Really, as hypnotists, we have a very special skill. We have gifts. We have talents that, honestly, the world needs, right? I mean, we know we've used it ourselves, right? I mean, I used it to break through, to become more confident. But believe it or not, I know people see me and they think, that I've always been really confident, maybe even a little cocky. No, I wasn't. It took me years, even up until about 10 years ago. I started using the hypnosis and started making improvements. But it took me a long time. I don't want it to take you that long to get there, and so that's why I've please don't wait. People need you. You need you, because I got to tell you, when you live your best life, it is amazing. Hey, Merge, it's amazing. It really truly is. So let's see here, getting some things going here. All kinds of cool stuff that we can do. I want to show you guys that link. So Hypnotic Confidence. I don't know why I can't make it show up. I don't know how to work this stuff. We were just having a discussion with my partner earlier, and anyway. So you may think that I've always been confident. I'm an actor now. I do stage hypnosis shows. I do talking gigs and hypnotherapy. I even speak in front of other hypnotists, which scared the crap out of me when I first started doing it. And I really had to work on myself and feeling worthy, and that I have a message that other hypnotists need, especially you newbies and you wannabes. And I say the wannabes with love, man, because I was there. I really was there. G-Ray says he's used hypnosis for PTSD. Wow, you know what? This is something else. People with PTSD, and we're talking, everyone from veterans to domestic abuse survivors need our work. If you've done any kind of work with PTSD, in one session you can have people feeling, 10 times better or more just in one session. Of course, it takes follow-up sessions, but it's just that quickly. I lost out on so many opportunities. You're missing out on opportunities, okay, by not putting yourself out there and not going. And one of the big things that I hear hypnotists say, and I love this one, when a lot of times when I meet hypnotherapists for the first time, or just other hypnotists that find out when I do hypnosis, this is the crazy one. I've had so many hypnotherapists say, "Oh my goodness, I could never do that. What if they don't get hypnotized?" Are you kidding me? So number one, you're a hypnotist. Get yourself some help so that you will feel more confident about getting up in front of people, because that's one of the big things. I can't get in front of anybody. Now, if you really just don't want to, that's one thing. But there's a lot of people out there, a lot of hypnotherapists that want to be up there on stage, whether it's doing, live demonstrations or stage shows or even street hypnosis, but they're afraid. And then, man, I'm telling you, if you're worried that they're not going to get hypnotized, that's the whole thing with stage hypnosis. You got to have some cojones to get up there and take that chance. And you know what? Believe me, you learn ways. And I may talk about that later or another time on how to deal with that if they don't get hypnotized. It just happens. We all know that there's certain people that are great subjects for the stage. Those are the people that go into hypnosis super quick, super easily. And then there are the people that maybe not quite so, not quite so quickly. So I just want you to have that kind of confidence. And, it reminds me of something. I'll tell you, so one of my breakthroughs was a while back. Somebody had posted, people would ask me, when I meet people, they go, "Oh, you're a hypnotist. Can you hypnotize me like right now?" And I would always go, "Well, this isn't the right environment. I really need to, have you in my office and put you in the recliner, or I need to get you on a Skype call where you can just relax in your own recliner, or I really need you to get up on stage at a stage show where, I've got the social proof because I'm on stage and I've got the power, right?" And then in one of the Facebook groups, Dr. Richard Nongard, he either made a post or he commented on something, and he said, if someone asks you to hypnotize them, he said, hypnotize them every opportunity you get. Because what a disappointment for them. And you've seen it. People are like, oh, I really want to try it. I want to try getting hypnotized. And you go, oh, no, I can't. And they go, oh, yeah, that makes sense, I guess. And they're disappointed because people want to try it. And so my first thing to say to you is the next time someone says, you know, can you hypnotize me right now? Do it. Do it. If it doesn't, you know, if it doesn't quote work or whatever, there are things you can just let them know. You know this. Some people are, you know, make great candidates for stage or for street hypnosis, and others are better for hypnotherapy, and you would be better for hypnotherapy. And I think people get that. You know, we all have certain skills and certain gifts. Some people are really, I don't want to say, you know, metaphor, it's kind of hard to use the right metaphor for this, but I'll say, you know, some people are just good at hypnosis and some people just take longer, you know, just like Justin Trans would say, you know, everyone can be hypnotized because hypnosis is just learning. And if you can't, you know, if you can learn, you can be hypnotized. That's all it is. And so I just want you to, please don't disappoint people. That's number one. Don't disappoint people. Do some hypnosis. If you need to work on your rapids or whatever, hell, if you have to, sit them down in a chair and do a 5-minute progressive relaxation hypnosis. You know, you don't have to demonstrate phenomenon. You can just help them feel really relaxed and then bring them out of it feeling amazing, and they're going to appreciate that so much. I know Emerge is out there doing street hypnosis all the time, and so I got to tell you, for those of you especially that want to do demonstrations or stage hypnosis, get out there and do some street hypnosis. I'm telling you, because wow, when you go out there, you know, like me and G-Ray and a couple of my buddies up here in Seattle have gone out, Brian Bay and a bunch of other folks, we've gone out there and we've done the street hypnosis, and you know, we get out there, and I mean, when you drop 10 people in a day, when you do 20 people in a day, you feel amazing. You feel powerful, even though, you know, we know that they're you know, volunteering to be hypnotized. We're not just jumping up to people and going, boom, sleep now. But I mean, it really will give you you'll get a real feeling of power, and there's very little investment. And G-Ray says, you know, I always say sure to give a demonstration for just a moment and give you a sample, and then we can make an appointment for later. What a great strategy right there. Because, and I've had people, you know, when I do street hypnosis, I've had people that go, hey, could you help me with this? And yeah, of course, you know, let's make an appointment. We'll do a Zoom call, and I will help you to get over the anxiety, the PTSD, whatever. And like G-Ray also says here, G-Ray Glenn Sr., look him up. He's a great hypnotist as well. Jump while they're in the right frame of mind. They are ready. It's such a great opportunity. When I saw that from Dr. Nongard, I was just like, wow, that makes so much sense. Get in there while the iron's hot. And I hope that I get to meet more of you, and I'd love to know some of your stories, you know, Emerge, how you got started, you know, and that sort of thing. Anyway, so I want to get on to the next part of this. So today we're talking about, yes, and like G-Ray just says, success breeds confidence. And so I've just launched a program. Please don't get this program mixed up with my other program for self-esteem. And that's for the general public. And I mean, frankly, some of you could use it as well. But this is hypnotic confidence. This is the confidence to get in there and to hypnotize people. And stop worrying about, what if they don't get hypnotized? Oh, what if they don't? What if they don't? You know what to do. I mean, you tell them. Some people, it takes longer, that's all. Or just don't fail. Don't fail. You'll be surprised. The more confidence you get, the more people you work with, bam, the better your success rate. I'm telling you right now, the better your success rate. Another little freebie information here: stop working with family and friends, and no more free sessions. It's all pro bono. Lawyers don't do free things. Doctors don't do free things. They volunteer. They do pro bono stuff. It changes the frame of mind. Hey, can I practice some hypnosis on you? I'm sure you can try to hypnotize me with your practice. No. We don't talk like that unless we're in school. When we're in school and we're learning on each other, of course, yeah, you got to practice. After that, once you're trained, stop practicing, start doing. You know, it's all about how we frame things. So anyway, this is about hypnotic confidence. It's not the self-esteem, and we do get these things confused. Self-esteem and self-confidence, we use them interchangeably, but they really are different. Self-esteem is how you feel about yourself in general, your self-love, how much you love yourself. Your self-confidence is your confidence in any given situation. All right. So, I may have a lot of self-esteem, but when it comes to, say, I don't know, painting a picture, maybe my confidence isn't very high. Now, if I have a lot of self-esteem, my confidence in pretty much every area automatically goes up. And as I get more confidence in certain areas, my self-esteem also goes up. So they're very complementary. So they will make a big difference there. Hope none of my Toastmasters friends are watching. I'm saying a lot of ums. Please don't count them. Okay. Let's see. I'm just looking at my notes here. So what we're going to do today, and so some of the stuff, if you watched, I hope you did. I hope you watched my information session and my hypnosis session on self-esteem. Some of the stuff is going to overlap. The first thing that I want to talk to you, or not the first thing, I've already talked about a bunch of stuff. The next thing I want to talk to you about today, and this is a very powerful technique. You all know it. You've all heard it, especially if you've taken an NLP class, of course, training. Act as if. Super powerful technique. You've heard about it. You may have tried it. Use it in this context. All right? I use this all the time for various aspects. When I want to make sure that I'm sticking to my ketogenic lifestyle, and I see some sort of a whatever there, I say, well, if I were blah, 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 I usually say, if I were a badass, what would I do? You're welcome to use that. If I were a badass, what would I do? Easily, boom, no problem. One time I wanted to jump into a swimming pool, but it was cold, and I said, what would Chuck Norris do? And Chuck Norris would jump right in. That's what I did. Froze my butt off, but anyway, so here's the thing. So Shakespeare said that all the world is a stage and all the men and women are merely players. So right now, I'd invite you to think of your where you're at currently with your confidence in hypnosis and being a hypnotist is you're acting as if you're not ready. You're acting as if you're not confident. And this message, this isn't for you if you haven't taken any hypnosis class, if you haven't gotten trained yet, but I meet people all the time that have been trained and they're still just not getting out there and they're not doing it. And it's for a variety of reasons. And I'm going to address a lot of those reasons a bit later, so stay tuned. But one of the big reasons is the confidence. That really is it. Confidence, whether it's confidence in hypnotizing, confidence in being able to out there and being an entrepreneur, because that's what you got to do. There's very few places that'll just hire you to come in and hypnotize people. So there's a lot of aspects there. So what I would invite you to think of is you've been acting as if you can't hypnotize everybody that you meet. You've been acting as if you need another hypnosis training, another level to get there. And believe me, training is essential. You've got to get the basics. You've got to learn how to hypnotize people. And knowing how to hypnotize people is like the first step, because really, hypnotizing people isn't that tough. There's some certain things that we do, and as long as we do those things and we follow the instructions, we can hypnotize people. Really, the hard part is knowing what to do next, right? Whether that's street hypnosis or stage hypnosis or hypnotherapy, it's knowing what you do next, using the right language, making sure that we're not doing something that's going to harm someone. Those are very, very important. But right now you're playing small. Stop playing small. What if you acted as if you could hypnotize every single person that you meet? I don't care where you're at, whether you're at the supermarket, you're at church, you're on a date somewhere. What if you acted as if you could hypnotize anyone? What would that do for you? Right? What would that do for you? What if you acted as if you were a badass hypnotist? What would that do for you? So if you've had the basic training and you know what to do, get out there and start doing it. That's what my group is. My course is all about, is you've got the training, now let's go do it. Get the training, go do it, and then just like in other professions, whether you're a doctor, a real estate agent, lawyer, there's continuing education, and that's what the extra training is for. Okay, so and the training is going to be the extra training, that continuing education training is going to be so much more powerful, so much more applicable to you once you actually get out there and start doing it, because you honestly, you just don't know what you're going to run into. So please go get that continuing education after you start practicing. So I want you, if you know how to hypnotize people, if you know what to do, and important thing, get paid. I love that. Yes. Love that, G-Ray. Get paid. Let me look at some of the comments here. If you're watching this later, I apologize. You know what? That's a, you know what, here, okay. G-Ray makes a great point. One of the reasons that I tell people to stop working with family and friends is because, well, a couple of reasons. Because number one, you won't have the same effects. If all you've done is worked with family and friends, and you've, you know, Aunt Judy didn't quit smoking, and Grandpa didn't lose 10 pounds, and your sister's still eating Twinkies and smoking cigarettes, whatever, that's because there's a variety of reasons, but one of the big reasons is they don't have confidence in you. They can't, because you are still, you know, little Johnny, little Mary Sue that they grew up with, or that they babysat for, pushed on the swings and that kind of a thing. And also, it really does change your frame of mind when you go to someone who's a professional. Now, once you've been doing it for a while, like now I've been doing this for a long time, I can work with family and friends. I choose not to usually, because it depends on the person, and because I do need them. We do need to have that kind of a separation where I can be the expert and tell them, look, this is what you need to do, and then follow the advice. Now, the other reason that it doesn't work the same is because you're not going to be as confident working with them. Okay, so yeah, and so getting paid will boost your confidence. When people start paying you to hypnotize them, whether it's for a show or for hypnotherapy, your confidence is going to go through the roof. The other thing that's going to happen is they have something invested. When we do free sessions, we do practice sessions, they got no skin in the game. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I've got nothing to lose, right? I got nothing to lose. Here's the thing. Would you go get cognitive behavioral therapy from your Aunt Judy? Of course not. We have boundaries. We separate the boundaries. Family and friends ask you to work with them, refer them to someone else. Now, there's some that are going to be like, I really feel most comfortable working with you. You got to kind of play that by ear. But, you know, if you can refer them to someone else, just do that. I mean, really, it makes a lot of sense. I do want to remind you, please grab that link down there, that jimkellner.info/hypnotic confidence. I'm going to send you the free MP3. The other thing I want to mention that I am teaching Launch Your Hypnosis Career Now. I'm teaching that this Saturday, 3 p.m. at HypnoBiz, New York. I put together a program. I've been working on this program for quite a long time, and I put it together, and it's ready. So I do an hour talk, and I give you a lot of the basics. So if you're watching right now, please come to the class at 3 p.m. If you want to dive in deeper, if you really want to expand and really grow as a hypnotist and grow into this, then I highly encourage you to sign up for my online class, which is it's jimkellner.info/launch your hypnosis career now. Again, jimkellner.info, launch your hypnosis career now. And you're going to find that I'm going to teach you a variety of things. I'm going to teach you about getting out there. And am I showing the link? I guess I'm not showing the link. I'll post the link down below. Some of the things we're going to cover in there. So you're going to have the confidence after this. You're going to listen to it for 2 or 3 weeks. The actual online program it launches in 3 weeks, gives you time to get this confidence before we move on to the next thing. Some of the things I'm going to cover in the online class: becoming an expert. That's essential to getting more gigs, getting more clients. I'm going to talk to you about. We're going to do a few. I'll have all this at the website later, the store later. Talk to you about the right goals, the right mindset, how to talk with people, how to sell people without feeling slimy and gross, and without them feeling like you're trying to sell them. And it comes really from a place of service. I really truly believe that if I think I can help somebody, whether it's with a comedy hypnosis show or doing some other thing like that, then I owe it to them to really, I owe it to them to be able to help them. And so I need to do what I need to do to help them. And so if, whatever, so then it becomes less salesy, because, none of us want to be, I don't think most of us don't want to be salesy. And so that's going to help you a lot. Just shift your mindset. So it's a 9-week course. It's $497. I'm giving people until Monday. It's actually $297. So $497. After Monday at noon, it goes to $497. But right now, until then, it's $297. That's 9 weeks. 9 weeks. You will be ready to get out there. You'll be getting out there within the first couple of weeks, probably even after this hypnotic thing. So I really, I just want you out there. I want you practicing. I want you helping people and helping yourself, getting paid. Okay, because here's the thing: how many people can you help if you have to go take a job at a convenience store and I don't mean help because you're still helping. I mean, we're all serving in certain ways, but how many people can you help with hypnosis if you've got to take a side job, if you've got to do other things like that? So again, $297, and for the next few days, I'm going to announce this at HypnoBiz New York as well. $297, and there will be payment plans available. I don't have that quite set up yet, but by the end of today, there'll be some. You can just make 2 payments to take care of that. Because I know, hey, when I was starting out, I was broke too. I got you. I understand. So anyway, what I want you to think about is modeling. This is what we're doing, acting as if we're going to do NLP modeling. And so what I want you to do, even during the hypnosis today, and when you listen to it later, and also as you're going through your life, I want you to model someone who you respect, who you believe at least is a successful hypnotist. Now, that could be any one of the people I've mentioned. It could be me. Hey, what the hell? It could be Tom Silver. It could be some made-up person. It could be a magic person, or it could be your future you. And you start asking yourself, what would I do if I were, for instance, Tom Silver? What would I do if I were Anthony Gailey in this situation? These kind of things like that are what's going to help you to get through any situation. So in other words, when someone asks you, someone comes up to you and says, "Oh, I heard you're a hypnotist. Will you hypnotize me?" You ask yourself, what would Justin Trans do? Jump right in and put him down. You don't have to do his exact induction stuff. You don't drop him on the floor, whatever. Yeah, Mark Savard. What would Mark Savard do in this situation? Anthony Cools, Don Barnhart, some of the Vegas hypnotists, David Snyder. There's a lot of names out there. So pick the one that you like, and you can change it every day, as you go through your day. And so this, when you're making your calls, when you're sending your emails for comedy hypnosis shows, what would blah 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 do? And when you're talking with hypnotherapy clients, what would Dr. Nongard do? What would Anthony Robbins do? Tony Robbins, what would he do in this situation? And you're going to find that as you start acting as if you become, you can't help it. As you act as if you're a badass hypnotist, you have no choice but to become a badass hypnotist, because we are what we repeatedly do, as Aristotle said. I hope it was Aristotle, pretty sure. So what you repeatedly do, that's what you are, that's what you become. It's going to feel uncomfortable at first, probably. That's okay. All growth takes time, and it can be challenging. So please grab the free download. No cost, no obligation. I'm going to shoot you an email. It's going to have a replay of this video. Hope you're finding it helpful. If you find it helpful, please comment. Let me know. Share it. I know it hasn't been quite as organized as I'd like, but I hope I got a lot of information in here for you. We're going to do the hypnosis in just a moment, but please, the thing is, I really truly believe, and if you join my group, the Launch Your Hypnosis Career Now group, you're going to find, I really do care about you folks. I just got off a call last week with someone in my group that was struggling. She'd done her training 2 years ago and hadn't been working with clients because she didn't have the confidence. She didn't know what to do. She, what software do I use to record? And what about the laws in my area and all that? And I was able to talk her through that. And she's actually going to be working with her first pro bono client this week. Hooray! Good for her. High five if she's watching. It's absolutely possible. I mean, it can happen that quickly. You get that experience, that knowledge. And if you join the group, you're going to get a lot of free information from myself and others. I've got other professionals in that group that can answer your questions and help you out. Please, please, please get out there. A rising boat rises all tides. I don't believe in scarcity thinking. I don't believe this idea that the market is saturated. There's too many hypnotherapists. There's too many stage hypnotists. When there's a comedy hypnosis show going on every night of the week in every metropolitan area in the country at least, and Europe and maybe the whole world, then I'll think, well, maybe stage hypnosis is saturated. When there's as many hypnotherapist offices as there are chiropractors' offices and dentists' office, maybe I'll say, yeah, maybe we might be getting oversaturated. We got 6 billion people on the planet, people. I can't serve them all. I wish I could. I just want $1 from each of them. That's all, really, just $1 instead of a Patreon for everyone in the world. 6 billion people. We're not, as my friend Dan Hedrick says, I have no competitors. I only have colleagues that do the same kind of work. We can all learn from each other. We can all grow with each other. Please, please grab the free download, jimkellner.info/hypnotic confidence. If I were, or really, yes. One more thing before we get on to the hypnosis. I have a very cool quote. My friend Sean Summers, he's the NGH president of the local chapter here in Seattle. He shared a quote with me a while back, and he's got it memorized, and I've put it in my phone now. It's in my Google Keep so that I can refer to it. And before I do a show, and anytime that I'm feeling a little bit maybe not as confident as I feel like I want to, this is what I remember this quote, and I read this quote. Here's the quote. It's from the Marquis de Puysegur, 1785. I'll put the spelling. I might just put the quote. I'll put the quote in your when I send out the email with the MP3. Okay, here it is. This is what the Marquis said. Apparently, he was a hypnotist. I believe in the existence within myself of a power. From this belief derives my will to exert it. The entire doctrine of animal magnetism is contained in the two words, believe and want. I believe that I have the power to set into action the vital principle of my fellow men. I want to make use of it. This is all my science and all my means. Believe and want, sirs, and you will do as much as I. Powerful stuff, man. Powerful, powerful stuff. Every time I read that, I get really kind of excited. And oh my goodness, look at that. Finally, I figured out how to do it. Okay, so if you want to grab the free download, the free replay and the download, please go to this site. I'm not fancy. You can't just tap the screen. I'm sorry, but you're going to get the download. You're going to get the replay of this video, which I hope has been somewhat helpful. I'm going to be doing more of these as I try to coach more hypnotists into doing this. And then if you want to take advantage of the program that I've put together, which is going to be, I'm telling you, 9 weeks. You're gonna be thanking yourself. You're gonna be thanking me for pushing you to get out there and do it. And that is jimkellner.info/launch your hypnosis career now. Again, $497 for 9 weeks for a 9-week course. Each video is going to be anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes, maybe even longer. There'll be a hypnosis support for each one of those. The actual lessons. 3 of those weeks are actually live mastermind calls with the whole group. I'm going to space those out. One's going to be on a Sunday afternoon, and one's going to be at noon, and then one will be in the evening on a weekday. So they try to get everybody across the world. I know I've got people watching from Japan and Denmark and all over the place. So try to make it available for everyone, and it'll be available on a replay. So if you miss it, that'll be fine. So please go over there, grab that if you want it. $297 until Monday. After that, it's $497. Still a great deal. Please, are you kidding me? So it's jimkellner.info. Launch your hypnosis career now. jimkellner.info/ hypnotherapist.info/launch your hypnosis career now. 2 easy payments if you need that. Okay, a little bit, cost you a little bit more, but it's still well worth it. Okay, so let's get on with the hypnosis. Now, for those of you that might be watching, and I know a lot of you have made comments and everything, and yeah, I mean, like G-Ray points out, actually, was it 9 billion now? We have 9 billion people. Wow, I definitely can't serve 9 billion people. 300 people in the 300 million people in the USA, 11 million in Washington, where I'm actually filming this. 11 million. I can't work with all of them, and I got to figure at least what 20% of them could use some hypnosis. Probably everyone, but let's say conservatively 20% of them. I still can't work with all those people. So I'm doing my best, though, people. I'm doing my best. Trust me. So get out there and start practicing. There's plenty of work for everyone. Support each other, help each other. That's the whole idea that I have behind Launch Your Hypnosis Career Now. So yeah, anyway, let's see. So we're going to get on with the hypnosis portion. In just a few minutes, I'm going to start this just like I would be doing if I were making one of my MP3s that I sell in my store or something. So I'm going to start it off with, hi, this is Jim Kellner, Badass Hypnotist. And all that. So it's going to sound a little bit weird if you're watching the video. It's going to be like, what is that? So I just want to warn you that that's what I'm going to do. Otherwise, it would sound kind of weird. But now you know. So perhaps you won't think it sounds weird. So nope, I did not want to choose that. So when we got on that, but now here's the thing. This is what we need to remember with hypnosis. If you're, I just have to always assume that maybe you don't know anything about hypnosis, even though I know this is really intended for hypnotists. Other people will watch it. So with hypnosis, you got to listen to it more than once, especially when it's a recording like this, because there's just certain people react different ways to different language styles, and some people more analytical, less analytical, and I do try to incorporate all of that into all the needs into this one, but frankly, I can't always, it's just not as good. It's like I said, it's just not going to work as well as if you get a personal session. Of course it'll work better. And that as a hypnotist, you get the best results with folks that do that. But you know what? It is valuable to do the recordings. I've had people listen to my recordings and feel better about themselves in just a couple of days when they do the Unlimited Happiness one. So listen to it regularly. It takes a while for it to sink in sometimes. Some of you will get amazing results, and you'll come out of this hypnosis today and you'll already be out hypnotizing people. Fantastic. If you're not a hypnotist, maybe you'll be hypnotizing people. Great. What else? Please do not listen while driving or operating any kind of heavy machineries like blenders or garbage trucks or anything like that. Because as I said, some people they're going to feel like they're totally coherent. They're going to hear everything I say, and that's a great thing about continuing to listen, because next time you listen, maybe you won't be totally awake and hearing everything I say. Doesn't matter, long as you're relaxing. That's all that's important. For hypnotherapy, of course, don't stage hypnosis. Don't jump on me. Street hypnosis. You don't have to have relaxation for hypnosis to happen. Don't jump on me, hypnotist. But for hypnotherapy, just trust me, just be relaxed. Of course, some people will kind of zone in and out, and then some people will zone out completely. So if you're one of those folks that kind of zone in and out or zone out completely, and you're listening to this, and you're driving or operating the blender or something, bad things could happen. So please don't do it. And what else do you need to know? I think that's probably it. I got a lot more videos. Watch my TEDx talk if you want to learn more about hypnosis. Of course, if you can't be hypnotized, you lose. Just Google me, Jim Kellner TEDx. You'll find it. And otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Let's see. Great. Still got a few watchers. Fantastic. Let's get ready for the hypnosis. Hypnosis will last about 25 minutes, so get ready. Hi, this is Jim Kellner. certified hypnotherapist. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this hypnotic process, which has been designed to help you to improve your hypnotic confidence. Please don't listen to this or any other hypnotic processes while driving or moving around, as it's best experienced while you're sitting or lying down in a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. Listening once, twice, 3 times a day. The more often you listen, the better your results. And so even as you're listening to my voice with one part of you, I wonder if you could begin focusing on your goals and intentions for today's session. Good. That's right. Just focus on what you'd like to achieve during this hypnotic process. As you begin, perhaps breathing in deeply and rhythmically, you may find that the body begins to shift or move around a bit at times, and that's okay. It's just releasing tension. You'll find that as soon as that tension is released, you'll be able to relax, even more, going deeper than before. Good. That's right. You're doing perfectly, just relaxing. Because it feels so good to just relax. Allowing all outside sounds and distractions to simply guide you deeper into that warm and wonderful state of total relaxation. Knowing that nothing's going to happen today that you don't want to have happen. Good. That's right. Just like that. And now there may be a part of you that might find it interesting to imagine that you're standing in front of a chalkboard or a whiteboard, and that you're writing letters of the alphabet, one after the other. Just writing the letter A and erasing it. The letter B and erasing it. The letter C and erasing it. Good. That's right. You're doing perfectly. Just relaxing, just letting go. Because it feels so good to just let go. And if you got to the end of the alphabet, you might find it interesting to go all the way backwards. Going all the way back. Z, Y. Good. And even as you continue doing that, I wonder if there's another part of your mind that might find it more interesting to go and find a relaxing place in your mind, a place that you've visited perhaps, or imagined, thought about. This could be a tropical beach, a mountain stream. It could even be right there where you are right now. But you could find it interesting and wonderful and relaxing to just relax. And as you're in that relaxing place, perhaps still doing the alphabet, you might just imagine some gentle waves of relaxation starting in the scalp and working their way all the way down through your body. Allowing your entire body to just be bathed in a warm and wonderful feeling of relaxation. Good, that's right. You're doing perfectly, just relaxing, just letting go. And it doesn't matter if you can imagine all of the things that I talk about today, because you can just pretend. Knowing that each and every time that you listen to this or any hypnotic process, your ability to imagine improves and intensifies. Good. Imagining those gentle waves of relaxation working all the way down through the scalp and facial muscles. Watching them move into the neck and shoulders, dissolving any tension that was there. You're perhaps reminded of a time or a place when you're watching some gentle waves on a lake or a pond or maybe even the ocean. Gentle waves guiding you deeper and ever deeper into relaxation, or perhaps you'd like to go further into relaxation. Listening as those gentle waves move all the way down the arms to the fingertips. Feel them merging all the way down to the torso and hips and legs and all the way down to the bottoms of your feet. Very good. Feeling as if you're wrapped up in a warm and comfortable blanket of total relaxation. It feels so good to relax. It feels so good to just let go. And even while you are there relaxing deeply, I wonder if you might just create a place for yourself, a space that is safe. Creating that safe space, that safe place where you can return to any time that you'd like. And perhaps this safe place is a sound or an actual place, a feeling or something you see. And anytime that you needed to go back to this safe place, you could simply go there by simply thinking about it. That's right, you're doing perfectly, just relaxing and letting go. Letting go as you're reprogramming yourself for hypnotic confidence. Only you know what hypnotic confidence means to you, so only you know how powerful this will be for you. Good. That's right. You are doing perfectly, just relaxing. And as you continue to create that safe place, you know that you can go there anytime, whether it's during hypnosis or any other time. You may find that simply setting your intention to go into hypnosis and then hearing my voice will guide you deeply into hypnosis, quicker and easier than ever before, where you can make changes on a deep, profound level. A deep and profound level. Good, that's right. You're doing perfectly, just relaxing, just letting go. Feels so good to let go, to reprogram our thoughts for success. So I invite you right here, right now, to just imagine someone that you respect, perhaps, or admire, or just want to model today. Someone who is successful in hypnotizing others. Someone who goes about their day as a successful hypnotist. And maybe that's some famous person that you've never met, or perhaps it's someone that you're close to. Perhaps that person is the future you. And I'd like you, if you will, to just imagine now that you could watch them. You could watch them move through their day. Imagine watching them as they wake up in the morning, as they go through their daily routine of getting ready, and noticing anything else that they do that's a part of their routine. Notice how they move their body and how they walk. Notice how they talk and how they interact with others. Paying close attention to their body language. Good, that's right. You're doing perfectly. Just relaxing, just letting go. Good. And you could watch, imagine, experience the way that they experience the world, the way they hear people in the world. Imagine watching them all the way through their day and through their various activities. Perhaps some are related to hypnosis, perhaps others are not. Watch them going through their day, being a hypnotist. Whether that's a stage hypnotist, or speaking event hypnotist, hypnotherapist, street hypnotist, or anything at all. Watch how they go about the process of hypnotizing others. Watch how they deliver a talk or do a show or do other things that a hypnotist might do. And because time is distorted in hypnosis, you can take all the time that you need to imagine now. Just imagine that days are becoming weeks and weeks are becoming years, so that you could watch them for 1,000 days. You could watch them for many, many years in just a few moments here in hypnosis. And each and every night as you go to sleep, if you'd like to listen to this hypnotic process, knowing that it brings you more confidence and more success in your life, you may find it interesting to model different hypnotists each time. Good, that's right. You're doing perfectly, just relaxing and letting go. It feels so good to just let go. And now I'd like you to imagine that this person is standing right in front of you. This person that you perhaps admire, perhaps respect, or just want to model for today. First, realizing that every breath that you take is guiding you even deeper into hypnosis. The sound of my voice guiding you deeper and deeper with every word that I utter. And any time that you'd like to go deeper, you know that you can just go deeper. You can go to whatever level you need to go to take these changes into your life permanently and effectively. And as you're standing in front of that person that you're modeling today, I'd like you to step into their body. Step into their body and move around a bit so that you get an idea of what it's like to be in that body. Move around in that body now. Imagine going through their day with them in that body so that you hear what they hear. You see what they see, you feel what they feel. You experience life and all interactions just the way that they do. From the mundane things like eating to perhaps the more interesting things like doing hypnosis. Good, that's right. You're doing perfectly, just relaxing and letting go because it feels so good to just let go. And now you can take all the time that you need as days become weeks and weeks become months and months become years. Take all the time that you need to experience life as that person. And then, when you feel that you've spent enough time doing that, I'd like you to just take in everything that you've seen and heard and learned and felt by being with them. Imagine bringing back everything that you need to be successful, bringing back everything that you need physically, mentally, emotionally, perhaps even spiritually. Bring that back into your body and mind right here, right now, so that right here, right now, you have everything that you need to be successful. You have everything that you need to be the greatest hypnotist that you can possibly be. Getting better and better with each day, with each month, with each year, becoming more proficient, more confident, more powerful. Good. And now as I'm thinking about this process, I wonder if you might just think about what you had for lunch yesterday. I wonder what it smelled like and tastes like and felt like as you consumed it. And then coming right back here now. And I'd like you to take all of those skills, beliefs, behaviors, and attitudes that you've acquired throughout your lifetime and throughout the time that you've spent modeling this other person, or perhaps even your future self. Imagine now moving through your life with all the skills, beliefs, behaviors, and attitudes that you need to be a successful hypnotist in whatever way you want. So imagine yourself waking up in the morning and going about your daily routine. Imagine yourself doing those mundane things and those exciting and interesting things as well. Feel the excitement within you as you realize that you're finally living your dream. That you're finally able to help others through hypnotherapy or through a comedy hypnosis show, or just demonstrating the power of hypnosis with a demonstration on stage or in the street or in the bar or anywhere at all. Feel that power that you have within you, becoming aware of what it's like to move as the amazing hypnotist that you've become. Moving through your day, perhaps noticing as you look in the mirror, perhaps noticing how you look, what you're wearing, and how those clothes feel against your body. And as you look in the mirror again, I wonder if you might even find yourself repeating the quote by the Marquis. I believe in the existence within myself. From this belief derives my will to exert it. The entire doctrine of animal magnetism is contained in the two words, believe and want. I believe that I have the power to set into action the vital principles of my fellow men. I want to make use of it. This is all my science and all my means. Believe and want, sirs, and you will do as much as I. And I wonder if that phrase becomes locked into your mind and you find that you're repeating it frequently, both consciously and unconsciously, as you become the strong, powerful, amazing, life-changing hypnotist that you were always meant to be. You feel that within you, that power which is growing day by day, minute by minute, becoming an unstoppable force, a force for changing the world and the people within it. You have a gift, you have talents, you have power. And today is the day that you begin to use that power in your service to others, and thereby in service to yourself. Good, that's right. And as you bring back all those skills, beliefs, behaviors, and attitudes, you'll find that upon awakening today, you now have everything, every single thing that you need to be 100% successful. You have all the skills, beliefs, behaviors, and attitudes of that successful hypnotist that you're becoming, that you already are. And as you look back from today and even further becoming aware of all of the changes that you made to bring you to this day, when you are totally, completely living your life, following your passion, following your dream. Good. That's right. You're doing perfectly. And now as you review this complete hypnosis session in your mind, becoming aware of anything that you may have needed to see, hear, or feel to make it even more powerful, more effective. You become aware of anything that you needed to hear, see, or feel. And imagine it happening now. Right? Now you have everything that you need. Imagine everything that you needed to see, hear, and feel has now happened, so that this session is the most powerful, most effective hypnosis session for your hypnotic confidence it could possibly be. Good. And now lock everything in physically, mentally, and emotionally. Perhaps even spiritually. Allow these changes to become concrete in your mind as the suggestions click into place, as you can see the changes, your new life becoming manifested in front of you. Because in just a moment, it'll be time to return to your normal state. Good, that's right. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5, and if this is a normal time for sleep or rest, you simply continue sleeping or resting, ignoring all suggestions to wake, only waking when it's appropriate to do so. And if this is a time for deep, refreshing sleep, you ignore the suggestions to wake. But if it's a time to be wide awake and alert, on the count of 5, you can return to your normal state, feeling rested, refreshed, revitalized, feeling really, really good. And so now as I say 1, you start to come back feeling more confident than ever, feeling more successful than ever. 2, coming back feeling more motivated, more determined to live your best life. 3, perhaps wiggling your fingers and toes a bit as you come out of the hypnosis, feeling rested, refreshed, feeling as if you've had several hours of deep, refreshing sleep. 4, stretching and moving the body. It feels so good to, that's right, stretch and move the body. And now 5, whenever you're ready, just opening your eyes, coming all the way back, rested, refreshed, revitalized, able to go on with your day, living the life that you want to live. All the way back now. All the way back. All right. Hey, thanks a lot, everybody, for watching. I want you out there with me, serving the world with our gifts, our talents. And with that, I'll say thanks for watching. Please, if you like this, please, it helps so much to get the word out. If you'd like, comment, and even better, share it. All right. Hey, I'm Jim Kellner, and I appreciate you listening, watching. Take care. Be well. Be awesome. And remember, your success is my success.